Good afternoon, everybody. This is Wes Cleckley with Interlink Mortgage coming to you live from Garden Ridge, Texas. Happy Wednesday. You know, it's a great day to be in this industry, and it's a really even better day to go out and look at real estate. It's nice weather. First, really a little bit of fall weather today. It's super nice. Very excited about it. But listen, we haven't done one of these in a while. I figured it was time to come back and do one. We said when we got some news or something happening in the market, we'd come back on. I've been hearing a lot lately and I've been seeing a lot of memes on social media and a lot of talk with real estate agents and potential buyers, especially your first time home buyers. So you know what? It's been a very tough market, and it has been. I mean, it's a seller's market, no doubt. Very big shortage of inventory. So a lot of people have just gotten buyer's fatigue and just stopped looking altogether because they couldn't compete with cash offers or 10 or 15, 20 other offers. And I'm hearing a lot of people here lately saying, you know what, this big run up in prices, we're going to just wait until the market crashes. So I just wanted to come in here and give you guys some stats so that if you yourself is maybe thinking that, or you know somebody that's thinking that, maybe you have a buyer, maybe you're a potential buyer yourself, maybe you've been thinking about that second home, you just said, look, I'm going to wait till prices pull back a little bit and then I'll buy. So I want to give you some information that may, or hopefully, give that a second thought. So first of all, I've mentioned many times in previous videos that we're at an inventory crisis. In fact, the National Association of Realtors says that the current state of the housing market is absolutely dire. We're like 5 to 5.5 million short on number of homes in the market that we actually need to meet demand. And that's been happening over the last 30 years, right? And then there's all the supply chain issues and things that have been happening here lately that is adding to that. We've also talked about the birth chart. Corinne's going to share some of this stuff with you later. I've talked about it, but the median age of a first-time home buyer is 33 years old. Obviously, some that are a little older than that, a little younger than that, are your big bulk of buyers right now, the millennial age. And if you look back 33 years, if the median age is 33 years, look at the U.S. birth chart. How many births happen in the U.S. every single year? I can't remember what date they started that, but it was in the early 1900s. But in 1988, 1989, 1991, there was an explosion of births. So 33 years plus 1988 is 2021. 2022, there should be more first-time home buyers. 2023, even more. So the point is the demand for housing is not going down and the inventory is still very low. So it is really economically impossible for houses to go down in price or to depreciate when demand outweighs supply. It's simply supply and demand, economics, right? Economics 101. So it's really not going to happen. And they'll compare and say, look, last time we had a crash, 2008. Well, let me remind you of that stat there. 2007, there were 3.7 million units on the ground. 3.7 million homes available for sale on the market in 2007 with less home buyers, with less first-time home buyers. Today, 1.2 million, so just under a third of the houses in inventory today when you have a lot more demand. So you can see that we are in a housing crisis. What that means is that home prices aren't going to pull back. It's projected in Comal County, where we're at, that there's going to be appreciation of almost 6% over the next 12 months. So homes aren't projected to come back or pull back. They're expected to continue to increase, and this is going to continue to happen for several years. The stats are showing that, the data is showing that. In my opinion, that's going to happen. All right, I wanted to show you another stat. So what I'm really getting at is buyers want to buy when interest rates are low, not when you're not hoping the houses are going to pull back in price. So just listen to this. A $300,000 house. Let's just say you get a $300,000 house, you're borrowing $300,000. Obviously, that's not typical. You usually put a down payment down, but for simplicity's sake. Also, I'm just going to use principal and interest payment, not the total monthly payment that includes taxes and insurance. $300,000. Let's just say the interest rate is 3.25. That monthly payment would be $1,306, principal and interest. If interest rates go up by 1%, that same $300,000 at 4.25 interest rate would be $1,476 or $170 more a month. If they go up to 5.25, you may think that's not going to happen. That's only 2%. Just over 2.5 years ago, around that time, rates were close to 5%, and they pulled back, and they're around 3, right? Low 3s. So that same $300,000 at 5.25 would be $1,657 or $350 more per month. To put that in perspective, That same $300,000 house would have to go down to $237,000 at an interest rate of 5.25 to be at the same interest rate or be at the same monthly payment that it would be today. That 300,000 would be today at 3.25. So it shows you the big impact that interest makes. So buy today while interest rates are low. Don't sit back and just not take advantage of the housing market or the interest rate market that you can today. So anyway, if you want to run some specific numbers on your scenario or something you're thinking about buying, let me run the numbers for you. It may make sense. And if it doesn't, no problem. At least you looked at it. But anyway, I hope that makes sense for you, to you guys. I could talk on this topic for a very long time, but I don't want to take too much of your time on this live video. But please reach out, visit us, obviously on our Facebook page. We're always getting new information out there. We'll continue to do some of these live updates when we get some new info. I do want to mention we got an announcement. Our Volley for Our Cause, our annual Volley for Our Cause. We're having an annual volleyball tournament October the 9th. It is at Sideliners Grill in San Antonio. 100% of the proceeds are going to benefit Connections in New Braunfels. And we can't wait to see you there. If you have signed up, if you haven't, there's still time to sign up as a team. We still have some positions. Even if you don't have a team of 6, you can sign up as an individual. If you do, let us know today because we can still put you on the t-shirt. And if you just want to make a contribution, show up, hang out, have a few drinks, and have some food with us. We'd love to see you there on October 9th. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of the week. Enjoy this weather, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.